Hi, so I'm Aiden from the Narrative Lab, and I presented at the OD Cafe this morning. And really what we did is we had a conversation around three things this morning, all related to complexity. And in the lead up to Professor Dave Snowden's visit here in October, we started off today about getting a healthy view of some of the mindsets and the ways in which we think about complexity as a precursor to engaging with sense-making frameworks that are helpful in helping us gain sufficient understanding of the complexity that we're facing, and then how that informs our action, and how that informs contextual action. And so we looked at three mindsets today. The first mindset was that of openness, and how as a precursor to engaging with complexity, you've got to have a open mindset that is open to the different perspectives, the perspectives that stakeholders may have, and how you interact with them, but then also the openness to what may emerge when engaging with the complexity. That was the first mindset. The second mindset we spoke about was situational awareness, and that is really about how you understand the context in which you're operating in. So we also spoke about the Cynefin framework there, and how that is a useful framework to understand which kind of domain or context you're operating within, and how that informs your action, because different contexts require different forms of action. So that's what situational awareness is about. And then the third frame of mind that we spoke about was having a healthy respect for the restraint and action paradox, and how when engaging with complexity there is this paradox at play about is it the right time to act, and how do we act, and do we wait until we've got the right amount of data and information and we implement the right solution, versus on the other hand, the other side of the paradox is when is it appropriate to maybe wait and to let the patterns in the complexity play out a little bit. And we spoke about a certain slowness that may be required, and how sometimes when the context is right, waiting is a legitimate form of action. So we had that conversation today with a bunch of OD practitioners, people interested in organizations, and in the stories that we share, because that's really the work that we do at the Narrative Lab, is we gather the stories that people have to tell about the complexity as a sense-making process that informs strategy. And some of the stuff that came out of the conversation today was interestingly about how many issues that are foremost in our minds revolve around how in organizations we organize ourselves, and the different decisions that get made that ripple down the organizational structure. And then interestingly, the unintended consequences that emerge as a result of policy decisions. And that was almost some of the summaries. If we look at the Cynefin framework, if we make the assumption of running and constituting our organization as a simple domain issue or context, we miss the complexity in it, and it results in a bunch of unintended consequences. But again, the conversation today was primarily focused around the frames of mind that we need to engage with that sense of perplexity that we often get, and how sometimes we can get confused, is that our psychological and emotional responses to complexity leave us perplexed, and how that might lead us down a path of unhelpful action. And that was, I guess, the message I wanted to leave with everyone today is let's have thoughts about the way we're thinking, and let's overcome that perplexity.